Chévere. During the early 80s, both my brother and I started going out more on weekends. He with his gang of friends, although I sometimes also joined them, and I with my friends, who, to be honest, were not many, but they were very authentic. Lolly remained loyal to my side in our friendship, and both of us, along with 2 or 3 other girls, frequented some of the pubs and bars in our neighborhood. In all of them, there was a very nice atmosphere, not at all strange, and it was my way of being able to escape from my house for a few hours and incidentally meet new people. I remember the names of some of those pubs. Most of them were located on Francisco de Vitoria Street, perpendicular to the street where I lived, and a meeting point for many young and not so young people of the time. They also created new discotheques in adjacent streets and avenues. Laser and Scratch will delight all of us who enjoy the good music, dancing, and fun with friends. But all of the pubs we frequented, one stood out among our favorites, Chévere, whose meaning in Venezuela is something like magnificent, stupendous, or as we said then in Spain, guay, that it means the same as cool. Was run by a married couple, Antonio and Paloma. Antonio was Venezuelan, obviously, a middle-aged man, very nice, with a great sense of humor and with a special gift for making delicious fruit smoothies, very typical in Venezuela, and in which the pub was specialized, in addition to soft drinks, cocktails, and beers. Paloma was from Zaragoza, and we became very good friends despite the age difference because they were there in their 30s and I was about to turn 20. Paloma's brother Roberto oversaw serving drinks or running the pub if Paloma or Antonio were not there. He was also a very nice guy. My brother, I, and our friends spent unforgettable afternoons having a drink, chatting with the owners, or playing darts, in addition to enjoying good music. Sometimes, if we were short of money, they would even invite us to something on behalf of the house. It was a refuge for us and a place where we felt safe and at ease. Many afternoons we also met in the Miraflores Park and in the streets of the urbanization of new apartments. These were the fields where my grandfather, my brother, and I went to play years ago. They covered the irrigation ditch and urbanized a large area. The whole gang had fun there, some winter nights being cold, but we didn't care. They all began to have their girlfriends, who they met in that urbanization, newer residents who became part of our lives. Among them was an American boy named Eric. With our half-spoken English, my brother and I managed to start understanding him. His father was a lieutenant colonel at the Zaragoza Air Base, which at that time, since 1956, belonged to the United States Air Force. How many girls will fall under the charms of many American soldiers and leave Spain, for many of them to return disenchanted? I, too, will fall prey to one of them. That is the subject of the next chapter. Eric had a sister, Tracy, whom we met one day, and she became one of the best friends I've ever had in my life. She taught me much more about English, and in return, I instructed her in Spanish. She invited me to his house several times. I met his parents, great people, by the way. He took me to the Air Force Base on certain occasions, and above all, we shared afternoons at the disco, pubs, and restaurants in the area. Thanks to her, we also met another family who in the same way lived in that urban complex, the Connor family, who also had 2 children, Amy and her brother Brandy. We all formed a great friendship and had some of the best times of our lives. Tracy's father was impressed with my level of English, which, let's face it, didn't reach very far at the time. Nothing compared to nowadays after living and working in the United States for 24 years. But the thing is that he was amazed, especially by the fact that I had learned it in a self-taught way. And he suggested that I should try to work at the American base, something that did not happen at that time, but in the not too distant future. Tracy and I would share years of deep friendship, even after they left Zaragoza to return to California, where they were originally from. We corresponded for a long time, and we had some phone calls. Not many, because at that time, communication by telephone abroad was tremendously expensive. I lost track of her a few years ago, but she will always be my first dearest American friend, who gave me a lot without asking for anything in return. Thus came the year 1984, being faithful to Chévere almost every afternoon and weekends. And there, in a cold month of February, I will meet Ron through his friend Matthew, the man who will shake my life and everything I had called love until then.